y'all, what's up? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Hope you all having a great day and start a great week. I myself having a good day. I got the overnight shift tonight. So I've been giving y'all a little review before I do my overnight shift. So give a little Cornish, whatever. And hope you enjoy. This is Beyond the Gates. It's only Beyond the Gates. Because y'all know normally I usually do like couple shows at one time. No, it's gonna be only just Beyond the Gates because I really enjoy this show. I really enjoy this show. The soap opera, it is really nice. It's really good. It's a good flow. It's a good pace. And I'm looking forward to how many storylines and what's going to be coming because storyline soap opera's supposed to last for a while. But normally sometimes storyline drags for months and months and months. It seems like they are progressing the story of each one of the storylines and not be stagnant, so like that. Like we had to wait so long to find out what's the connection between Ted and Leslie, Sherry, whatever you want to call her name is, and Eva. So we don't have to wait that long, and some other stuff. So let's get into it because we got a lot of things to discuss. Or some people gonna get my nerves. Some people got my agitated. Like Jacob agitated me. Bill was doing the most as always, and we get to it. Let's go. And that, to be honest, that Sherry Leslie's arc is whack to me anyway. It is whack, played out. Okay, deranged girl, yes, he had an affair. A lot of guys messed up. That Ted would do all that, act like he was a perfect guy, and know he shouldn't do that. So, hey, D, how you doing, boo? No, he shouldn't have done that. Hold up. I'm on talking behind the screen. They said, where your face at? Shine bright like a diamond. You're beautiful like diamond in the sky. Yes, so we got a lot of things to talk about. Like Ted, he wasn't a good guy like he claims to be. Yes, he might be good to the code, but the fact that you had this affair and want to pay Leslie Sherry off, and she agreed at first, and then she changed her mind and want to come back to it. Oh, thank you for the super chat, J. Couture. You know, crazy. I was gonna shout you out. Let me do that now because I was gonna shout you out as you gave me my first ever super thanks in my comment session last week. And my first ever super thanks. I always had it activated. I get super chats, but never a super thanks. So I wanted to shout out to you because it was very appreciated, and I love that you come and support. I joined it right on time. So I've been enjoying this show a lot and pace too. I can now eat my sandwich as I join with you. I know that's right, Jodor Couture. Thank you. No, cause what? Oh, thank you, boo. And no, cause when I saw, she said we had an affair, and I paid you off so you could go away. And then she said, okay, but then she was like, you know what? No, I deserve more. Basically, I guess you want the life that Nicole was getting, or whatever. Even it was a affair. Now we don't know how long the affair was. I guess it was enough for her to get pregnant, or it could be one time. It was only take but one time. But basically, that affair that he paid her off. That's all we do know for a fact. But she's coming in the wrecking ball, getting crazy. It's like, listen, I love. Oh, you love Eva? Now Eva's about. I like Eva a little bit too. At first, I was like, I'm not really feeling this whole Eva and her daughter trying to team up and take down Nicole, so like that, because she's innocent in all this. However, I could tell Eva stands her own little bit, and knowing that her mother is going crazy. She said, "You doing the most. Like you backing up the plan. You doing way too much. That you necessary. You doing way too much." And I guess Eva gonna say my mom is tripping, and I said, I don't know. Our plan is going out the window because she told me to not call her mom in public, to stay low key, let her handle it, and she supposed to stay behind the screen. But it looked like Sherry took over because Sherry said, "Listen, I don't care. I'm gonna do me, and I'm gonna do it." But we're gonna get to that. I just let you know that said, okay, that's something. Oh, that Martin. Oh, I don't care. Nah, I'm done. Yes, be part of the community. Yes, shout out, boom, bye. But I can't. He is doing way too much. He's aggravating. He's annoying. And we'll get to that. Now, I still stand by what I said last time that I wanted, like, every time we have, like, a gay couples usually want to be interracial. I said, like, can we have a black love couple? Like, we got gay guys, black gay guys do date each other, y'all. Can we have that representation as well? So, by how he going about and how he's acting, and how he telling people why, I said, it is all about him. Nobody else. All about him. So we'll get into that. Let's get into it. So Nicole and Eva is talking, and Eva gave her little story. She said, listen, yeah, my parents died when I was so young, and Leslie was the only person who be there for me because she was a surrogate mother. And when my mother died, my parents died, she took me in and raised me as her own. And, you know, that sob story, didn't go have much. Tell me about it, DVD. That's why I say, yes, I wish they would give us our own representation, because we do date each other. But yes, they do pander to the loosely paper people. Yes, they do. They do. They definitely do. So it's like, so you know, woe me, I ain't had much, surrogate mother and everything. So she was laying on thick, and Nicole was eating it up. I said, Nicole, listen, y'all should have known y'all should have known better when it came to Haley. Y'all took Haley in. She was a survival case herself. They had nothing growing up. They had people. They had nobody else like that. So y'all took her in, welcome her in, and then she just infiltrate your ranks and got with Bill. And now all this is haywired. So I think Nicole would be a little bit more cautious about new stranger people. But, you know, she's a psychiatrist, so you can't tell her nothing, right? But whatever. But, you know, I don't have a problem with Nicole that much. But I don't think she would be a little bit more cautious about new people, especially what happened with Haley. Yeah, she did whatever. But I want to know how Nicole handled it when she found out that her good, perfect husband had an affair. And then they got Kate dating White Michelle. Cat. Oh yeah, that guy from Bill's office asked one day. I said, "Up, boom, bye. I don't want your number." Boy, I don't want you. I want nobody social in that firm. So Nicole told Eva what happened to Laura. And then that started putting wheels in Eva's head about, ooh, what happened? A little bit. She said, okay. I, yes, you see this? I said, what's going on here? It must be all black cast. And we getting all these people infatuated with our loosely paper counterparts. That's, come on. And he gonna say he's a no strings attached man, but yet every time he see Ashley, he just heads over heels. Don't get mad because you lost your shot. You had the chance, but you took so long, so she went to Eric. So Haley, Bill talk, you know, the yada yada, whole little talk with these two people, and talk about the honeymoon, and I didn't mean to cause no trouble with you and Danny, all that stuff. I said, girl, yeah. And it's crazy how Bill and Haley going around act like what they did not, it was no consequence. What they did was no big deal, and everybody should just get over with. Yeah. You know, you got to be creative with some of these words around here. Child. So it's like, I was like, how y'all gonna do what y'all did? And then everybody gotta be okay with that and just move forward. And I said, okay, when we start moving forward, then you couldn't move forward, Bill. Because Bill wants power. He still wants to control things. even at the head, like I want to come in handy later on, and then I hope she started realizing that this guy obsession with Danny is really too much. Because you didn't have to do all that, but we'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to that. But at this point, she still heads over here. She got the life that she wanted, got the man, the rich husband, pew, girl. All right, so Danny and Andre talk, and they got no strings attached. He said, he's no strings attached guy. He like to have fun, and I was like, okay. Granted, yes, they not technically related, but due by marriage, yes, in some way, shape, or form. So I was like, okay, gay grown people is not really too taboo, but even still, once you married to family, you married to family. I can't. No bam, no ham, no bacon and cheese. I can't. I can't. Nah. I can't. But not mad that Danny get her little groove on a little bit because sometimes this freaking thing is crazy. He gets to go over here mess with my freaking my daughter's ex-best friend and mess me over. And I can't get a little nookie in. I need to get my nookie going. So I guess Andre is there to give it. Even though he's related to Ted, but still, he's still married to Nicole, and that's her nephew-in-law. So it's like, yes. So still talking. Danny was telling Andre at this point she still got feelings for her marriage and everything because she can't let it go. Danny is still, and I understand, like something like this happened, you just can't let it go that quickly. Especially you spend years, she was 19 or something, years with this guy, gave up her career and everything to be with him. So nobody is suspecting her to just let it go so quickly. Even though she was trying to, and then I stuck that bill did, and that got her mind going again. I said, oh no, girl. No. But that's the stages. She got to go through the stages. So we've seen the stages right now of her going through it, up and down, up and down. She's can't let it go. She's enraged. Then she said, you know what? I can't be letting myself go. I need to get back to myself. And then something happened, and it's like this. So it seems like this going to be a little tug of war between Bill and Danny. This is not going to be the last of it. It's not. Not at all. He could pretend that he don't want Danny around and he got out of love, out of touch from her and everything, but he still do these little antics to get her around and keep her, at least keep her emotions still around. Because sometimes when women still give emotions after they break up or somebody live with you, usually men like to have that because they're like, okay, if you give me something, I know you still care. Because once a woman give you a silent treatment and they gone and they move in silence and they ain't getting nothing out of them, no peep, no cry, no emotions, no nothing, then men get scared. They get nervous. They start trembling. I said, oh no, give me something, girl. Give me something. Men don't like that. That's what they want you. They want you to go crazy. They do. Because they know they can still have you. Or they still got you. But once you start not giving nothing, yes, they get nervous. They say, oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, she's done. Oh, yes, she's done. So men get nervous when you start getting quiet and you start moving silence and then you're not giving no emotions. But once you're still good, that's what Bill's praying for. As long as he keep having Danny the way how he have her, and she's still going back and forth her emotions with him, yes, you're going to continue on. So she can't let it go yet. So then she going to up and down dance with Andre. She would have Andre freak him and say, we can't do it again. They call him back again and said, let's freak him again. Can't do it again. Oh, this is the last time. This is the last time. This is the last time. I said, girl, stop saying it's the last time. Just say, listen, be on speed dial when I call you. Pew, 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 pew. Give me the dick. Come on, come, yeah, mm-hmm. suck your little ear off, little yang, 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 and you go about your day. Go about your day. Sure. I like Eva too. I hate that Cat was rude to her. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to Cat. We're gonna get to Cat. Because Cat was not wrong about Eva, but I think what made the message messed up is how she was freaking degrading her and being very snooty, snobbish, and bougie with a criticism with Eva that make her claims weak. Because none of her mother and father is really hearing her. And she wasn't doing all the insults about her looks, her boots, her skirts, none of that stuff, how she, what she is, her class. Then maybe you will probably listen to her more and say, okay, maybe because she's not throwing insults about her looks. So something that she's saying. But she's not wrong. It's just that how she going about coming at her evil like that. And now, like, and they even get defensive because seeing Cat say, oh, here go this Snoopy girl. I said, Eva, do you want to be a sisters with girl? Because, listen, child. Exactly. I actually saw chemistry between Eva and Andre. They look good, cute together, but they cousins, no. Yes, exactly. Once I find out when everything comes to light, yes, they will be related. Definitely. It will be crazy. Definitely be related. Yep, for sure. Cat needs to change her approach. Being a mean girl does not fit her. It does not fit her at all. At all. Whatsoever. Whatsoever. Because your whole they will probably listen to you more without you being snobbish. So Ashley called Naomi to check up on Naomi and everything. Naomi would say, listen, she felt gullible because she didn't feel like she didn't see that coming with Haley. I said, nobody will see that coming with Haley. That's how they get you. Because the stranger you think on that supposed to be the one give you mess, a stranger. The stranger you're always looking for didn't come. But someone I'm familiar with is the one that will get me and backstab my behind. Because you're looking within. You look outside. And then they get you. And now, look what happened. Exactly. Exactly. So it's like, listen. So Danny talked to Bill because she's still like she said, listen, stop it. End it with Haley. I will take you right back. Please just let's start over. We have so much history and whoop de whoop whoop. She is desperate. And where's your pride? And I said, ooh, child. And the actor, show grace. Girl, show some grace, girl. Cause you look pathetic. Whoop, whoop. I said, ooh, no, Danny, no. Pickle your face, girl. He just said you desperate, girl. But that's what I'm saying. It's still the stages. You don't want to let it go. So she's still in desperation right now. Just end it with Haley. You know you still love me. You want me. We had a life bill. I give you children, all that stuff. I said you could give a guy all that, and he could still don't want you. Sad, sad, sad. I hope Haley realize and learn from Danny. Okay, girl. You're going to be next, Haley. So Andre asked Nicole and Ted and Kat about Derek and Ashley. I said, ooh, why you want to know about that? I said, oh, Andre, you just smit about the girl. You just smit about a girl. Stop it. Stop it. I said, leave her alone. They said, leave her alone. She would, Derek, go about your business. So he did the video because, you know, he's a photographer and he do videos and stuff like that as well. And then they kind of found out that Ted and Nicole met in Maui at the conference. They talked. They had long talks around the park, in the beach, on a long walk after dark. Stipulation, relaxation. We could enjoy company. You know, they had long walks. And they were talking. So, Shanice, Ashley's trainer, nurse trainer. They asked Shanice a nosy. She's that nosy character. She knows everybody's business, gossiper, watches everything, and then tell everybody's tea. She said, yeah, girl, you know, this was happening and everything. You know what happened at the girl? Yes, yes. Let me tell you, like ABCD happened, and, you know, EFG and what's going on. Yes. Oh, you didn't see that? You just know, Vicky, Bobby, and them told me this. Like, she was all on the phone, just gossiping away. Everybody business. And even when she's not talking in the scene, she in the background eavesdropping. I said, go ahead, Shanice. Go ahead, do you, girl. So Danny said, listen, after freaking Bill just shoot her away, say, show your grace because you look pathetic. Danny said, oh, okay, I'll show you pathetic. Going around her closet, went to her box, and got her little item. I said, oh, child. The wedding day. Now, they got forced to go to this wedding. I said, look, listen, Anita and Vernon, y'all do a great lengths to protect Martin. But how Martin act, I want to protect that bitch. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. I would protect him. But, you know, you got to protect your family at all costs. And I don't think he even remember what the hell he did in the back of the past. Because that dream's trying to come over forward and he's not trying to deal with it. But he doing the most. He doing the most. And then you going to force your daughter, which you got to go through this. And you don't think nobody going to snap? You going to make me go to that wedding, sit in front row, and you think I'm not going to snap? I'm going to sit there and let this bitch sit in front of my face try to marry the man I was dealing with? That spent a lot of my time with? Hell no. So, you know, everybody came in black. That was cute. It's a funeral. Ain't no wedding celebration. You ain't getting no colorful colors around here. So everybody come in black and on, sitting down. Yes. I need somebody to do a scandal. Hop on another. Whoa! Oh, I want to see how Martin gonna lose it. Congressman going off. I know that's right. You gonna forget the presidency, boy. The scandal is going on here. Cause the way I talking to Smitty, child, I want to find the next chocolate black man around here. Not his complexion, no. Don't go Coca-Cola, man. No, go chocolate. Why she loses that mind? Yes. Let's see that anger come out, Martin. Let's see that anger come out. Come out, Martin. Shit. You ain't gonna talk to me any kind of way. I'll find our next chocolate man. Let me stop. They got so busy to stop playing. Don't get these people in the show. Don't take my idea, but take my idea because I want to see Martin go off. So Danny said, I did it for the girls, you know. Even though the father did it to me, the girls didn't have a relationship with their father. I said, hell to the no. We are adults. We don't need no relationship with him. I said, mine don't speak for me. Nuh-uh. Mm-mm. No man, no hand baking the cheese, unless me no diapers. So Vernon told Bill, listen, this is the last favor. You get nothing from us, from a Dupree. So Pamela, Danny's best friend, came. I said, "Oh, girl, I came for you. I came right through it for you and everything." I said, "Good. She gonna be a best friend. Well, can we see her more often?" Like, so what the hell? She just came out of nowhere, just whoop, flip, flip, and it's out. We barely see her. So I said, "Oh, so we're gonna see her more often?" Because she said, "Best friend, she just probably need to be around more." Whatever. So we finally got Vanessa and Doug. Doug was married. You know, Doug was in the car getting some money for somebody, Randy, whatever, because he's a gambler. Doug is a gambler, but he also a I need a cardio heart surgeon. I said, "Oh, child. Cardiac surgeon." So I said, "Oh, he making that," and then he gambling. I said, "What's going on, man?" So because of that, he do a lot of surgeries. He don't hardly be home. So Vanessa's kind of like bored. She said, "Then my husband's not around like that." She said, "When he comes around, be good, but then he mostly gone." So listen, I got to itchy, scratchy going on. And I need somebody to help it. Husband not here around. Child, what he doing? Gambling your freaking finance. You better check your account, girl. So so he's doing that. So Vanessa entertaining herself with some official trainers and doing role playing with other people around the town, even though she's a real estate agent. I said, "Go ahead. Oh, no, that's right, Vanessa. You better do you, girl." So Tom for Bill offers at cat out. For real, we see Vanessa do a whole thing. So I said, "Damn, can we at least have somebody be there?" Vanessa comes in and out. Yeah, exactly. So Tom asks Cat out, and she's thinking about it. Now I didn't see tonight's episode, so I only go to yesterday's episode. So, so Smitty was on the phone. He said, "Listen, yeah, all right, yes." So he basically talking to some old acquaintances of his because he thinking about going back to reporting because he used to miss that. Listen, this whole freaking fast group, the wedding thing, this would be like his day. He loved miss reporting, and I think that's why I was like, no, Martin know that he's a reporter, so he was like, let me get him so he won't be reporting to my family, so like that. He married to the family, so he don't report our mess around here. So Daddy knew, because Bill was taunting. Hmm? I think Thomas is coming for Bill. He might be in a nemesis. Ooh, child. Thomas? What's Thomas? Oh, okay. We need somebody to go against Bill. Child, Bill's doing the most. He think nobody can figure. He think nobody can touch him. Nobody can touch him. So Daddy knew Bill had a hand in her being there. So whatever you said to my parents forced me to be here. Because after that, I could have been in a freaking plane going to Paris right now. And you would have been doing all this crazy fiasco at your wedding. I'd be in Paris. Sure, wish my mama said everybody else could be there and tell me to go somewhere. So she said, do the drink on him. Get the hell out of here. So the daughter's not here for Bill. They was like, child, kids are falling. So Danny told her sister Nicole what happened, and Nicole said, "Listen, it's fine. I know you got last with judgment. It is what it is. She can't let it go. She can't let it go at this point." And basically, it was like the Ed and Danny at the wedding. I'm surprised that nobody really picked up her energy. Like, I know some people had some feelings, but I was like, she's her cryptic words, her actions. It shows that she might be up to something. So, but nobody really, they just let her be. But now they really think that it's like, damn, I should have been more forward. And Nicole beat herself up when she said, "Oh my gosh, I'm a psychiatrist. I start seeing it, and I should have just did more." I said, "I don't know why." I said, "I was saying, Danny, what you up to?" Girl, you being very cryptic. What you up to? Do I need to check your purse or something? But okay, girl. All right. So Bill talking to Martin and he said, listen, he don't like getting forced out. So you better tell your peoples not freezing me out. It's not gonna help. It's not gonna work well with y'all. I said, oh, we need some dirt on Bill. Something about Bill to drop him down the peg. Needs something gonna be about him. Something needs to come out about him so you can drop him in the bag, like drop his ass down because he act like he's untouchable. We need something a secret about Bill that he don't want out to humble his ass real quick. But he gonna continue to be the villain. That's the. So Hattie's in. She's so worried about things. She feel like the place gonna be empty, even though she did not know that Bill forced the priest to be at there. So she got there, her little dress, and she looked at the side because when she coming out, Vernon and some of the guys stood up. And then it said, "The fuck you think you ain't standing up for?" I said, "Who the hell is you?" She ain't nobody be standing up for. So they sat right back there. I know that's why you better give a look. They'll say that. So everybody in the priest side, they was standing stoic like this. No eye contact, to stay forward, nothing. Everybody on the other side was doing them. They was all into it. So Andre, while this what is happening, Andre Ashley was talking. They was leaving out. It's a day of shift. She finished leaving out. So she got in the elevator with Andre and one another patient, Alex. They was riding down, I guess, to the parking lot, and then the elevator got stuck. It got stuck, and then Alex was getting labor. She had to give birth in the elevator. She said, "There's no man no here making no cheese. I didn't want to give my birth here, but this baby is coming the f out. Help me." So most men freaked out. Andre was freaking out, but then he wasn't too much freaked out, but he freaked out. And then Ashley was freaking out herself a little bit because this is the first time probably doing this, delivering a baby and stuff like that. So and then the fact that he was freaking out, but he was able to not freak out too much and calm her down. So making sure she do, and she got it. And they kind of bounced energy back off each other to help calm Alex down, so she could have the baby and not freaked out and there be no complications because it's not hooked up to no machines, nothing. So they had to get this baby natural. You can make her breathe. Was there for her. Alex was gripping, freaking Andre's hand. I said, I know that hand was squished, but he had to be there. And Ashley had to do delivery. I said, oh, that's cute. So Eva told her mother Leslie she got the job, your plan worked, and all that stuff. She's like, oh my gosh, yes, yes. And that's what we're gonna find out. We find out that Eva is Ted's daughter. Not that. So I said, oh. I mean, most people figured out the plot anyway. Okay, that's probably where it was heading. Or it could be that, or because I know she mentioned that she had a husband, somebody who died that she had love with. Now I know because I guess his name was Andre, something like that, whatever his name was, Aaron, whatever. I thought it could be that Ted is Eva's daughter, and she going after again because she's like, he had an affair with me, and I was like that. I got pregnant, he left me, and they wanted nothing to do with me. So he failed to mention that he paid her off, but whatever. That could be that. Or I thought that because she mentioned somebody that her love of her life died recently, I would say maybe Ted had a hand into the passing away of her husband. Maybe he had a hand in like unaliving the person or whatever. Or an accident happened. They blamed Ted, so she want to destroy Ted and his perfect life because he took something away from her. That's what I was thinking. That could be one of the two possibilities, but it came up to be the first one. So she was said, all right, we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it. So she said, listen, don't call me mom. What's the story? I'm your surrogate person. Leslie, don't call me mom outside these doors at all. Stick to the plan. But I said, Leslie Sherry, you should stick to your own plan. You tell your daughter to stick to the plan, she's sticking to it, but you just going off the way, you going off the script. Now you want to be evolved too much. I said, see, child. So first of all, that, but Eva did question her mom because she said, "Listen, I just need to get it out of my head. Did you have a hand in Laura accident?" She said, "What? Why you think that?" Because I know you got motorcycles. I know you like motorcycles, mom, and everything. I just sure it's not you. Please tell me it's not you. You think she would tell you the truth? And guess what? She didn't tell her the truth because she just played her ass off. So why you would think that? I would never do something like that. How you would blame your own mother? Now? I was like, oh, child. She was dramatics. Eva said, Mom, okay. I said, uh-huh. Because she knows she was on. She did it. But, she got to play it off. So back to the wedding. They doing all this yin-yang vows and everything happening. Not even vows. The officiate said that everybody object. Now, meanwhile, while this is happening, Chelsea was recording. She was live streaming the wedding. Now, I don't know why she would do that. But, she's a influencer and stuff like that. So she filming the wedding. But I would say, listen, I want to film the freaking wedding of my freaking dad dating my sister ex-best friend. Hell to the no. She like, you don't know stream time on my freaking live stream. Hell no. So she was streaming it. I don't think she was paying attention to what was saying. She just was like streaming the thing. So when the officiate said, did anybody object? I live for Danny's antics. She really does milk her acting performances. She does. She was doing a lot. Yeah, she's a good villain. Even though I don't care for her that much, but we need a good villain. Did anybody object? Now that how they ended it could have been like she had a flashback, but she had like an image that she was thinking, but no, it was actually real. She said, "No, I object." Oh no, Daddy! What's up? Everybody freaked out to the point that Chelsea left the phone on. She freaked out and left it on the thing, and that it kept recording. Now, because at this point, everybody think it was private, nothing. There was no videotape. The photographer they had there didn't take no pictures like that, so it was nothing there. So everybody thought it was not. It was not get out. However, they did not know that Chelsea was recorded. So now it's actually out, even though they think it's very private at the moment. So Jacob was there because he works in the police force. He's Naomi's husband, and he was trying to talk Danny out and said, "Listen, put the gun down. Putting the gun in front of me. That's not right. I'm a police officer." She said, "I stand there, son-in-law." I like, and she said, "All right, they could go. The guests could go." I said, I don't know how many guests that left because most like the freaking room is still packed. I said, they ain't freaking going in when they was nosy bitches. So I was like, uh-huh. So, because that shit was still full. I said, who left? One or two people? But everybody standing around watching it. Jacob was like feeling the type of way because he couldn't stop it. So I said, let her be. Let her. She didn't shoot nobody. She shot the flower vase. And she was giving a little bit. She said, "Listen, y'all hurt me. Y'all did this, all that stuff. You gonna talk? You gonna answer me?" And the whole little spell. She gotta get the egg out. So tell her, Heather, you need to kneel down and beg for my forgiveness if you gonna want me not to shoot y'all or whatever like that. Beg me to stop. I said, "Oh, child, that begging to stop." So they said, "Okay." Oh, Bill said, she's not going down. Her knees are begging for. I said, then you do it. Bill tried to look like he was attempting to kneel down, but then he flushing the gun with Danny, and then all of a sudden it went off. Pow! He said, oh my God, somebody got hit. Nobody got hit. And then he took the gun away from Danny, and all that stuff was happening. And it's like, oh, wow. So all that happened. Left out here, everybody's freaking out. And Martin is freaked out because now he worried about his image. I said, nobody worry about your dusty ass. That's out of here. But he's a congressman and he worried about it being out because this is a bad rep for him and whatnot. I was like, okay. Yes, Danny should have done all that. But y'all should have made her go there. Y'all know her motion was still raw. Sure. Her motion was still raw. And y'all didn't freaking make her. It would have been all this to begin with. Now, Danny still had to take accountability for her actions. But y'all had to understand that y'all kind of low-key pushed her to the limit. Forced her to see the freaking wedding. Hence or no. Child. If I were that winner, I was Danny. I would give the mean grill. Mean grill. Or probably with red too. Too heady. She probably would be uncomfortable. I would be like, make sure I sit so she can see my face. Make sure to sit. And I would just stare with her down. So Pamela was there, had to console her. Danny left that. She had to get her a drink and all that stuff. And, Pamela said, oh my God, dear. Oh my God. It's like that. So it's around, everybody's there. Oh, well. Thank you, Pooh. Well, no super chat. That mug is to kill a person. Exactly. Mug her down. She got so uncomfortable, they had to kick me out that thing. I said, okay, yes. I didn't want to be here in the first place. Dusty fucking ass bitch. Child, create a whole scene. It wouldn't be no gun. It would be another scene created. Child. So everybody in the house freaked out. Martin talked to the photographer. The photographer said, no, I didn't record nothing. The photographer was scared out. So he ain't took nothing. So he left. So at that point, nobody thought nothing was happening. It was not going to get out. So they're like, okay, they can spin it how they want to spin it and call it a day. But Chester, they realized she was recording. So she told Kat. And she said, oh my gosh, it's recording. It's recording. Oh, shit. Y'all, I record this. Now it went viral. Hold up, y'all. It was viral, so she realized she was recording it. So now she freaked out because she realized, oh my gosh, they were streaming it. So she eventually told the family, and they said, "Oh wow!" Now it just went viral. It went all over the places in different networks, outlets. It's going out the place, going out the place. I said, "Listen, I would understand." I said, "I know what we doing here." And then we get the backstory. I said, "Oh, okay, then I understand. It is what it is." I mean, yes, it was temporary insanity, but I wouldn't have done that. But I want to understand. So Danny walks her in because she said, "Where's Danny at?" Anita scolded her, berated her. She said, "No daughter of mine would do something like that. How dumb can you be to do that?" She ain't said dumb, but she scolded her. Basically, you a depree. You don't let nobody do that. You can walk them off. Yeah, the talk. You rise above. You don't stoop to their level. And now Vernon said he gonna talk to Bill and what Bill could do to get this away. She said, "Look, now you got farting. I go to the bank." I said, not too much, because I was like, it was y'all that made her go. So let's not put all the blame on her. Yes, she's to blame because she pulled the gun out. Yes, nobody knocking y'all for that. But now y'all had a part in it, so if y'all didn't force her, it would have been no gun taken out. Nicole, don't worry about your girl, because you said yes, you should have read the signs. You saw something going on. You should have been. Girl, it is what it is. So they're gonna have a press conference. Vernon gonna talk. Nicole said she will try to talk and spin it like a psychiatrist narrative and what's happening. I guess they was both okay with that. Danny was not around. Bill got a tip that it was a press conference happening. Oh, Haley and Bill got married anyway. So they got married. That's good. And then, while they back in their place after they get married, they arguing about Danny. I said, "See, this is not good look, Haley." So you see you him back and forth arguing about Danny. Is that cute? Now, granted, something happened, traumatic happened. Y'all both got a gun put up on you. But whoop-de-whoop, y'all still got married. Let it be. He's still obsessed with this girl. So Vernon will still hear this freaking press conference. Everybody coming in on fee. What they freaking recordings and everything. I said, y'all need to calm down. Ain't that serious. So they talk in the press conference, and then they was asking questions. Danny came. She went and gave her the truth and everything because Anita speaks some backstory. Danny went and give her the truth, and she gave her the truth out. Haley told Bill, "Do not, please leave me alone. Do not go. Leave it alone. We is done. Got married. Don't leave me alone." And then come to find out, they showed up together. She act like she just prima donna, like. I said, "Girl, get down. Somebody go behind her and slap her ass. Just slap her down." Like she looked like smug, like she was bougie. I said, "Girl, so you playing your role real well, huh?" So, like I said, Nita gave context of what Danny's actions will be. And so Bill talking, and he gave his speech, and then he was bleeding very thick. I said, "Oh, so you spitting it like this, huh?" I said, "He's a nasty piece of work." And then he'll try to guilt trip Chelsea and try to say, "Oh, no, Chelsea, I'm not blaming you. You don't need help." I said, "What kind of piece of work is this guy?" And I was like, "Chill." So Vernon told Bill, "You need to back the hell up. Back up. You're doing way too much. Back up." So Martin said he understood his auntie's actions. And the grandparents looked at each other. Nita and Vernon looked at each other. So Smitty caught it. Miss Smitty's like, I said, "I know that's right." Because Smitty used to be a journalist, so he picks up his cues everywhere. So Danny said she will take responsibility. She said, "Tell him to call the police. Call the police, get a statement." And then come to find out it was nothing to be to charge about. This what it is. Nobody got hurt. So it's going to let it be. Let it be. So Bill was upset. He said, "Oh my God, they going to walk away." And listen, if I were here, I said, "Listen, let it be. It is what it is." Gosh. So Smitty was talking, and she said, he dismissed Comfort News. And he was talking about it. He said, "Oh my God," just like that. Because, this thing, like, excited him. Even though it's his part of the family, it's kind of excited him because he wanted to cover this. I would have said this. I would have went on. I would have asked these questions. I would have and he was going off. He said he missed it. And Martin told him, your job is to raise the kids. Period. Like, you're trying to raise the kids. When you talk about journalism, you ain't doing that. Raise the kid and this discussion. I said, ooh. So you just dismissed them. Now Smitty said, nah, I can't just be doing all this all my life. I had dreams, aspirations. See? Martin is trying to adopt the heteronormative, traditional relationship in his marriage. And gay marriage is not traditional at all. So it's like, okay. But then again, this will tell you, because he brought up a Smitty face. He said, you agree to this. Don't change him now. See, he just like the normal people. That's why I tell people, y'all follow my channel, let me know. Men usually don't like to change their mindset. Once they reach a certain age, their mindset is. What their mindset at 25 will be the mindset when they're 30, the mindset when they're 35, mindset when they're 40, mindset when they're 55, 60, 80. They're going to keep the same mindset unless something drastic happen to make them change their mind. I said it to say, if you agree to be a traditional person, and you agree that to the man, and that's what they're looking for, you change their mind, they're going to get pissed. They're going to get pissed. That's why I said woman. Big misconception y'all have with men that y'all think men will change. Because how long you be with them, they keep the same mindset. So they'll agree with something, and you're going to change up on them. Men got to realize that women change. They're always evolving. So they're not going to be stagnant. They're not going to be stagnant like how you want them to be. So that's why you got to find somebody you're going to align with that's okay to do the same thing as you do. If you want a traditional marriage and you want this to be that what it is, you need to find a woman that's just as much strongly with their values. It had no aspiration other than take care of the household and raise the kids until the kids go alone and they go out the house. And then y'all do you. That's messed up. The kids grown. Exactly. They're teenagers. They ain't really bothered with y'all. We all been teenagers. At one point, we don't even bother about parents. We be in our own world. Yes, we go through a rebellious stage. We may go through identity stage, all that stuff. But you want to be with your friends. That's you trying to find your identity, try to find yourself, to transition from childhood to adult. It's a lot going on in the teenage stage. So yes, Smitty gonna have time to do his journalism. You just don't want him to do work. For you, what? Because you want to be congressman to turn president? Boy, but I want you none of my president. That's what I said. If I was Smitty, I would go whole scandal. Find a nice chocolate man had an affair with. Fuck out of here, gonna tell me what the hell I want to do. Boy, bye. Hey, man, not put your hands on me either. Because I know he got that little, he's just too close second thing like he want to snap. I say, boy, put your hands on me. Watch. Third to Bill, this tit the tap with the ass. He said, well, tell them that. I said, no, tell you that. Because later on, she gonna tell Haley she's done. She gonna let her go. She gonna let y'all keep your distance. But you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that. So there was a flashback of Bill and how he apologized for making a sacrifice. Because you know all that stuff, he was trying to deny that Danny sacrificed himself to pick him up. And now we got the flashback to realize he confirmed that she did. Her family did all this for him. How they sacrificed for him and how they tried all this and give him a connect and build his career up and yada yada. I made you sacrifice your dreams or something like that. And They promised to be there together forever. They promised to be together forever and always. And look what happened. Forever that happened. He broke his promise. Kat and Chelsea talked. Chelsea blaming herself. She said, if I didn't record, this would have been out there. I said, yes, it would have been out there, but still, at the end of the day, girl, you were streaming and you didn't think about it. Your mom actions kind of freaked everybody out. So it's not your fault at all. So Ashley has a little insecurities about how useful it is because at this point the baby was conceived in the elevator, and then Alex named the baby Ashley Andrea, named after Andre and Ashley. Derek kind of feel like a little envious a little bit about it, about Ashley and Andre chemistry because he started to see it. I said, "Oh, I don't know. Let me out a little bit. Listen, I got no problem with Derek, but I don't know. I just wanted my eyes on him. Is that toxic? I was kind of toxic. I was like, oh, okay. Goody two shoes. All right. But that's normal jealousy and envy. But I was like, oh. But yeah, I don't want any Andre and Ashley hooking up and being with each other either. Let them be good friends and cooling off and let her stay with Derek. But yes, Derek's a good guy though. I ain't gonna front. He's a good guy so far. But I was a little bit toxic a little bit when I see him, and he's a jealousy, envious expressions going on his face and looking at it, and he looked like, oh, he was a little pissed. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay. If good enough, he can't take Ashley away from you. But Ash, it's up to Ashley. So hope Ashley knows what she got at home. Right, Ashley? Like I said, Andre and Danny be figuring it on and off throughout this whole freaking episodes. I said, I ain't mad at her. So Haley and Bill talked, and Haley freaking out. Now she want to take this slow. I said, oh, you want to take this slow now, huh? You want to take these things slow? You better go on train ride or go full force. Ain't no slowness here. What we going slow for? Girl, you didn't take slow when you took my motherfucking man. Oh, now you want to take things slow. No, you better full force. Go ahead. Go, girl. Swing like a shower like Mimi did. Come on, let's do something. Get activated because you look boring right now. You did what you did, girl, so live it up. I had an illest attitude when she said that. Oh, now you will take this shit slow. No, go back, flip, cartwheel on the dick. Let's see something. No, go full force. No, go ahead. Go. No slack, no nothing slow around here. Go through it. Body slam built on the floor and split on it. Let's see something. No, go ahead. Go full force. I give permission. Go ahead, girl. Nothing slow around here. You wasn't slow taking that man, so you better be not being slow doing what you got to do. Spend on that money. He gave you a card with no limit. Hey, the square. He just like to share. Throw a company Louis over here. The Louis, drop the Louis in my lap. Fuck out of here. I would spend every motherfucking dime. Straight, smack, swipe, swipe. Fuck out of here. Nothing slow around here. They was so busy. You crazy. Crazy for what? No child. He want to give me the black card. And I already wrecked the freaking home, so I might as well go out. Stand on it. I will swipe every motherfucking thing around here. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Oh yeah, let me get that. Let me get that. He would get stressed. Spend money, freak him to death, make him want to sleep. Do what you got to do and do that. He wants you to quit your job. And I'm glad she tried to stand on strong and hold her job. Cause I said, girl, don't do like Danny did. Cause she trying to repeat the pattern. But she got me tight when she said she want to take this slow. I said, no, go full force. Go ahead, girl. Mona, Leslie, and Ashley's mom talk, and they had a little gossip TT come time, and then Mona told her about the security footage, and then Leslie was kind of freaked out because she's like, oh my God, the footage. So could Nicole and Eva talk about Danny being rejected, her actions and whatnot? Because Nicole said, there's talk of the elephant in the room, and he said, we're going to speak. Now Eva getting a little nervous. She said, what you know, girl? But she talk about Danny. So Vanessa's flirting with the little trainer Diego. Nice looking man and everything. I'm kind of find out Doug is a gambler. He asked Randy for money because he was in the debt. Randy said, listen, no, you can't do this. Go away. Bye. Finito. Try to talk freaking Doug away from going to meet Joey. But Doug took upon himself to still meet with Joey. And I said, Doug, you think that Joey going to pay off your debt? Give you extra money for no strings attached? Oh, he must be dumb. He might be smart with the cardiac surgeon he is and doing surgeries, but he done with everything else. Because there ain't no way he gonna do all that, and you're not gonna be his debt. But okay, what do we know? What do we know? Go ahead, give him the money way. Give him the money way. Give him everything. Go ahead. So Randy said, "Go see your wife. Chill out. Don't do this." But Doug did what he did. He still met with Joey. So Jacob, this is what Jacob started getting agitated. He started agitating me. He feeling conflicted, which I understand, conflicted about not doing something at the wedding that he could have did more to stop it. Now, I don't think he really did anything wrong because Danny didn't hurt nobody, and he was there to see if anything was going to get out of hand. It didn't. She just was talking her mess. Now, the rest of the gun something could have happened there, but still. He felt conflicted because he was there as family, but he also a cop. So he was talking to his father, Elon. His father was telling him, listen, you got two duties. You focus on one of your duty, but you got two. And he said, what you mean? You're a husband and you're a police officer. Sometimes you got to think about your actions and what you do. So it's not always black and white. And his father was telling him, you didn't really do anything wrong. You didn't do wrong. Now, understand you want to do the right thing, buy the book all the time. But you have to think about it. You're just not a police officer. You are a husband to a daughter who is your mother's-in-law daughter who got cheated on and married someone else. Sorry. Oh, shit. So what else? So it's like, come on. You had to understand what was going on here. But that's that. Smitty talked to Nicole, and Smitty was telling Nicole about her grandchildren, basically, and what's happening. And then he wanted to go back to journalism to do things, reporting. Martin's overhearing it. She said, did you talk to Martin? He said, he didn't talk to Martin yet. I said, oh, you better talk to Martin soon, but you ready to find out. So now we kind of find out Martin wasn't president. I said, oh, you want to run for president? First of all, one thing is one congressman. You can be congressman, but one of the president, you scoot in the eye. And then once your path come in front, by you and the president, a lot of stuff gonna come out. So you may want to not want to be in the limelight running for president, but you got dirt in the back of the past. And it seems like you about to snap off and pop in a minute. So you got the anger inside of you. So Vanessa's freaking Diego. I said, go ahead, you better freak that man because your husband's around gambling his money away, so you better get something going on. So the team honored Ashley. That Ashley is so excited that she living the baby that she want to continue working, doing. I said, good, calm down. Then she get home, she hot and bothered. Want to hop on Devin. And Devin say, nah, I can't do this because he's like, we gonna do this, you're gonna make me late, and I gotta go work in the morning and everything. I said, what you gonna stop you for? Shit, men still gonna have sex and still go home and go working on time. Right? Ain't stopping you. But he said, next time I come over, we're gonna go all night. She's like, oh, okay, all right. She was teasing him, putting out shirt. She was trying to get nice. But he didn't want to falter. He said, listen, no, you gotta go to bed. He said, you about to crash out because she did crash out a little bit when she said, I said, go to bed. We got time for you to have a freaking ride in the nigga and you fall asleep on it. Hell to no. Go ahead, go to bed. But then she still was like, oh, you should have want this. You should have want this. Like, give me some, man. Give me some. But he said, no, I gotta go. So Haley wants to have a party, but she said no one will come. Yes, I guess nobody will come. The only people in the office, so you better just make friends with them. Yeah, no. So Martin and Smitty talk, and he said, why you didn't tell me? I knew you said you want to go back, so why you didn't tell me? And he said, no, you're not doing it. And kept trying to keep shutting Smitty's down. I said, oh my gosh, said Smitty, you good. Now I do good against Smitty though, because Smitty ain't gonna freaking let Martin talk to him any way he can. Because Smitty said, listen, we can go toe to toe. But what I'm not gonna do is you gonna try to tell me what the hell I'm gonna do. It's not just you. And then Martin will try to apologize and he still go back to his own ways. I said, boy, bye. I don't got time for you. Get the hell out of here. Stupid. So Danny finally would let it go with Bill and Haley. She went to talk to Haley. They had a conversation. And she said, you know what? I'm going to keep my distance. And I'll expect you and Bill to do the same. She was ready to let it go. She said, listen, I'll keep my distance. I'm not going to come after y'all. I'm good. And that's what Haley probably wanted. But no. Bill had other plans. Haley tried to talk to you, but you got other plans. So Haley was talking to Bill. Bill tried to tell Haley to quit her job to stay. She said, no, I don't want to do that. So he gave her the black card. And he says, no limit. Ain't do that. And she said, oh my gosh, thank you. That's why I was telling Haley, don't stop now. Go full force. Don't slow down, nothing down. Spend whatever she wants, no limit. And to tell me twice. So Ted talked to Eva. Kat said she won't be at the ceremony. I said, oh, okay, because she may want. Wow. Kat was definitely good at it because Eva, a couple of times in this freaking show, she was snooping around at her mother's office. Snooping around. The video, she sent Leslie the video. Leslie took that video, and then once she said that video, Sherry came out. You lost your mother. Once you send your mother that video, the plan went out the window. The plan went out the window, Eva. Your mom just went off the script, and she said, listen, I don't got time with you, girl. Go ahead, go what you do. I'm not stopping what I'm doing. I'm doing what I'm doing. You continue to work over there, but I'm going to do what I'm doing. And Eva getting frustrated because she said, Mom, you going off the script, you messing it up. But Sherry said she don't got time for that. Whew. So they said she's gonna let go and she's gonna focus all on Chelsea. Now Chelsea still they take to get the courage to tell her mother that she don't want to do father anymore. She will do a purse. But I was like, Chelsea, at this point of the day, you just can't count on your mom and let your mom just control everything. Just sit your mom down. I said, "Ma!" Sit down real quick. I gotta talk to you. You know I love you, right? You know, when everybody start with that, it's some shit about to hit the fan. And Jacob said that same line. And I said, see, 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 see. I knew it. He said that same line. And I said, oh, he about to do something. He about to do something. And look what he did. So Martin told Smitty, he said, listen, your job is to be a husband and a house husband, raise the kids, and get out my effing face. You ain't doing, you're not going back to work. I said, ooh, chill. So Naomi went to talk to Jacob, and he still bought it by not doing more at the wedding. And Naomi was telling him basically kind of similar to what her father was saying and everything. And just listen, you have a husband and everything. You did the best you can. You did right there. Mom, like, nobody got hurt. Things was good. You don't have to ponder over it that much. But, you know, he still couldn't get over it. Oh, like I said, Haley and Danny talk. She said she's going to let it go. Be done with that. But she said she gave Haley advice. The Prince Charm is all good at the beginning until they put the ring on the finger. When they put the ring on the finger, things get messed up. But okay, girl, you go ahead. Bill told Haley, you can't trust Danny. I said, no, she can't trust you. But okay. So she said, let it go with Danny. He said, okay. But, you know, he said that to shut her up. But he was not going to let it go with Danny. He's not going to let it go. So Chelsea's on a date with some figure guy. And kind of find out he's married. And Chelsea is like, okay, that's nice to meet you, and walk with them. I said, oh, okay. Chelsea is polyamorous. I guess I know that girl. You better do it, you. Or she's just sexually fluid. I said, that's right, girl. Don't limit to yourself. Do it. Just be careful. Now, we didn't even get to know God's name or nothing. I don't even know what his name, but it is what it is. Doesn't matter. Or we know that she went with the couple and that she had a good time. Derek, Ashley, Naomi, and Jacob talked. They went on a date. Double date. Andre joined them. They talk. Yada, yada, yada. And then more talk with Martin and Spitty. Stick with the role. Then I'll make myself clear. Spitty said clear. Child, I would say clear. All attitude. Because how many times you gonna keep saying that same shit? Low neck and everything. Clear. Mm-hmm. You ain't gonna have the last word. Child, live. Shit, all on. So Bill had a flashback and he thought about that gun again. So he made some call. He made a call. I said, oh, child. We know what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen. Danny and Audrey freaked again. She freaked him and leave him. She freaked him and leave him. I know that's right. I know you freaking Dash. She freaked and dashed out of there. I know that's right. So he said, I felt used. I said, you should have been. She was using you all this time anyway, so just get the poom poom and go out about your day. And she keep breaking it off with him. I said, girl, stop saying that. Just listen. I'll call you. I just want to get it off and call it a day. So she invited her daughters to her her parents' house so she could make an announcement. So I said, where's this announcement going to be? So Jacob called Naomi. And this is what I said, He started off, he said, I love you, right? I would never meant to touch your health you. If anything happened, I was like, what you about to do? Because he wrote Hamilton on the thing and put question mark. I said, oh, child. He about to do something. Bill made a call. Whoever that call was, Jacob go execute it. And that's what he was doing all that. Oh, I love you. I would never meant to touch you and hurt you. I said, so you could have took that part and tell Naomi what the hell you about to do. You could have told her what you about to do. But no, you didn't. You want to smooth talk to her. And now she said, oh, okay, yeah, I love you too, boo. So Nicole shut down Cat. She said, listen, stop it, girl. You better stop it. With the snobby attitude and that freaking privileged girl, you stop it. No, you ain't going nowhere. I said what I said. I know what I'm doing. It's an end of story discussion, period. Yeah, I face. Ooh. Oh, Ted talked to Eva. Eva just was supposed to submit to see a Ted and everything, because now she's gonna be a little conflicted. But then she's still there for her mom, but then she's still saying how he is and everything, but I was whatever. But I said yes, and at the end of the day, yes. I don't know if you know that Leslie Sherry was pregnant when they had that affair. Because according to Sherry Leslie, when they kind of found out pregnant, they got a baby and everything, he skedaddled and left. But she never told us that she got paid for it. But whatever. But still, it's still messed up. Oh, so you thought you just gonna throw money out of it at me, and then I gonna forget about it? According to his mind, I paid you money, you accepted it. It should be done there. Some people would have been okay with that and just move about their lives. And some people say, no, you just can't pay me off. I take the money, but you ain't getting done. Listen. Leslie said she wished Nicole. She wished that Ted and Nicole would never met her because she knows she about to go havoc. And he told Eva he's a man of his word and he keep his promises. And I said, oh, child. He said all this to Eva, knowing that she's the daughter of freaking Leslie and Sherry. So how much of a man you are, because you keep your man in word. And maybe if you knew that she was pregnant, you didn't keep your word about sticking there and taking care of her. But okay. Danny told Vanessa not to get complacent in her marriage. Do something like that, because you do that, and then you be in the same boat as me. So, everybody's at the house. They have a good time. You watch the team, but no, I never watch that show like that. I watch it every now and then, but no, I never really watched that show. But I mean, it's good. I just never get to the chance to watch it. So they all was there having a good time. Now, Sherry Leslie was up there. This will find out Leslie alter ego is named Sherry Carter. She was on there because Shanice told Nicole that someone is in the rooftop. She about to jump off. She called your name directly. She said only you, nobody else, and that's that. So they have a conversation. Nicole's talking to her, and Sherry's called and having her little performance. As when they go out, she had grief, saying that the man left her because at first she was trying to make it seem, and she literally said it was some death, but then she said no, the person left me. Agree. So they're talking. She want the door open because she know that probably Ted will go over here. Because Terry, when Ted saw Leslie and Sherry, he recognized her. I said, oh, okay. So he do know her. He do know the girl. So she said, leave the door open. And then he was eavesdropping the conversation. They had a little talk. Leslie, Sherry said, listen, it'd be too fresh me continue talking to you. So I will talk to someone else. But she had an intention to continue along therapy sessions. She just wanted to create some little doubts and something going on. But Nicole ain't caught on yet. But Ted so he said, listen, that's what we're gonna find out the backstory between these two. That they had an affair, he paid her off, she said yes, but I changed my mind, whatever. And now I'm here to collect what I wanted. To get what I wanted, the life I needed. Whatever she wants. And then she had how did she mention her daughter yet? But still. So Danny's at the house. She told the family that she gonna finally let it go, be free, do what she had to do, focus on the modeling with Danny, and do her. She's gonna let it go. So they're all excited, they all thing, having a good time modeling. And then Jacob came. He said, oh, what's this? This is a social call and everything. And he came with his face like he looked like he about to cry or something. Or he just throwing like he about to do his duty. And she said, what's going on? He dared to arrest Danny. Naomi you can see Naomi's face. She said, what? And he said, oh, you surprised like the charge was dropped. So what you drop is for basically Bill used the video and sent it to the state attorney general office, and they found out it was a thick enough evidence to charge a new charge to her, attempted murder. And then it was able to arrest her. And then he the one who did it. Jacob's gonna be the one to do it. Because he know he's close to the family. Also, so you close to the family, so you want to do that to arrest your motherfucking mother-in-law? I said, listen, and I'm glad Naomi said that. She said, I would never forgive you. Because how the fuck you gonna not tell me that you about to arrest my own freaking mother? You could at least give me the heads up. And that's what she said. Also, now, there's gonna be some issues. There's gonna be some issues in our fucking, you're gonna be some issues. You gonna be no peace in this motherfucking house. No peace around here. Because you could have told my ass that you gonna arrest my mother. Now, they got out, Haley came down there and told Bill, let the shit go and drop it. Because it seemed like you still obsessed with Danny. He said, no, I'm not. She said, yes, you are. You probably are. So if you're not obsessed, well, drop it. That's later on. But still. I know. How many of y'all would be pissed if your spouse come to rest upon your family member, your mother? Oh, I was pissed. You even let me know. So all that, I love you, I would never attempt to hurt you, and all that stuff like that. I said I was turned off. Now Jacob is a fine man. And yes, I was sitting on his face, but still, that's besides the point. The point is, I'm pissed. You didn't tell me you gonna arrest my mother? And you want to be the one to do that? It could be anybody else. You could have had somebody else do this shit. But no, you took upon yourself to want to do it because you have felt guilt about doing something. Let me stop talking about him because he got me agitated. He gave me pissed. He gave me agitated. Let me move on. Because I was like, no, I would not forgive him either. And I was here when Nicole told him that. I was here. And now feel the wrath, bitch. Feel the wrath. Because your father told you got two hats. And so when you were so focused on that fucking one thing, you didn't realize that as a husband, you could have realized you could have hurt you. Now, they told Naomi not to take it out, you good, but everything. But Naomi told her and say, you could have told me and you used your position and you wanted to work with my father. Eventually, they probably will get back. They'll probably be back at good terms. But, Jacob, you're going to realize there's going to be some hell. It's going to be a while before she forgive you completely. But, so Eva Andre talked, And they seemed like they wanted to get. They was had like good. Looked like the connection was a little good. The chemistry could be good, but the fact that if they will be related, if it come to find out everything comes forward, they would be cousins. I said, nah, you can't do that. So it was so funny. Danny's at the bookend. Danny said, listen, if I'm gonna be arrested, I'm gonna be looking for that fly. I know that's right. You better pose, girl. Pose for the cameras. Even at the bucket. And here go Bill coming in there talking to them like always. Saying all this is crazy, this, get everybody pissed off. He almost got freaking Martin to throw blows. I said, go ahead, Martin. Yes, come out. Come out, because I can't stand you. They're gonna scandal up here. Who's Nicole? Nicole, the sister? Come on. Nicole. You said, who's Nicole? Oh, Nicole is Danny's sister. Or you mean something else? Taunting them. Oh, that video was good. And Chelsea, I said, oh, so you can keep hearing him about that video that Chelsea did, making her feel even more guilty for that video. So Haley so came there and whatnot, told Bill to drop it. Bill dropped the charge. She said, stop antagonizing the daddy. It's the pre, let it go. He did. And but I said it's not gonna be the end of it. Bill did it for the sake of peace with Haley. But Haley, you don't think Bill gonna do what Bill gonna do? And then now Naomi did tell Jacob she don't trust him. I said I won't trust him either. How dare you do that? Next time you will remember. Now he got sleeping his ass on the couch. Now, listen, I'll be messy too. I would. He was still sleeping on the couch. Now after I make him think I forgave him by giving him some nookie and get what I want, get my another off and go on the couch. I'm still mad at you, but I just wanted to get my thing off. Now that was messed up. That was messed up to me. Just fuck him and go to the back of the couch. You still go to the couch, bitch. No, I'm mad. But no, that was probably a complicated thing. So don't let him know. He don't get nothing. Yes, like the video, y'all. Having a good time. About to be out of here because I gotta go to work soon. But that's that. So Haley, I think Haley started realizing how Bill moves and realized he's still gonna be obsessing over Danny. And I said, Haley, see, so that's why I say, Haley, don't fuck with what Bill doing. Go do you. Spend his money up. Spend his money up. If he don't want to listen to you, do what you gotta do, girl. But don't drag me into your best either. Okay. So they back in the house. Anita told Danny she said, don't be proud of me yet. I said, what you about to say, girl? Danny said, listen, she think that what Bill did was a sign, a communication that he still wants her. And that could probably be true, because it seemed like Bill liked to go on this back and forth with Danny. Now he pretend he don't like Danny anymore, and he might not be in love with her. That could still be true. But I think he still like to tug a war with Danny. And I guess I said, listen, she was ready to let you go. And you could not let that go, so you need to pull her in by getting her arrested. So now Danny think that this was a sign that he still probably want her, and she said she was ready to take him back in a heartbeat if that's what he was doing. I said, oh no. Oh girl, you lost it. Got a fever? Oh my God, she's in the clouds. But I said, it's a stage she's going through. She's not fully let go. So Anita looking at her daughter, she said, oh my God, this girl's in the clouds. Anita starts singing some hymns. My daughter's in the blues. Still can't over the man that you know her. Well, my granddaughter, best friend. Oh, she bring a gun to the wedding. Start singing hymns, girl, because Danny's a lost cause right now. Just start singing hymns. NSB. But that's episode end of episode 11. I didn't see 12 today, so everything happened at 12. We'll wait till the next time to talk and everything. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I had a good time recapping the whole thing and put my little spin on it, telling me what I could have done, being messy and all. But I'm enjoying it. Like I said, Beyond the Gate has great progression. I like it. Acting could be better, but still, you don't watch soap opera for the acting. You watch soap opera for the dramatics. I'll be messy, right? For the dramatics and stuff like that. But I love it. You watch it for the dramatics and the storyline. And it's been good so far. Like I said, I don't care for Martin. Jacob is on my list right now. Bill is whack. Like I said, Haley, do you, girl. And fuck all his money up. But I still like you either, girl. Leslie Sherry, hey, girl. Eva started pointing. Eva realized her mother's crazy. Her mother's doing it almost. So we'll see how everything go. We see how everything go. But I can't wait for everything else. All right. Hope you had enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. This Thursday, I will talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta and Married to Medicine. Only those two shows, nothing else. And hope y'all join me then. All right. Appreciate y'all. I'll talk to you later. Peace out. Oh, I forgot. If y'all didn't watch my social topics video that I did this past Thursday, please go ahead and do so and watch that. Get the views up. Here we go. All right. Talk to you later. Have a good day, y'all. All right, later.